Marxist theory. Marxist theory in international relations. Philosophical and theoretical foundations. Historical materialism. Material conditions shape social and political life. Economic base determines superstructure. Law, politics, culture. Mode of production as fundamental organizing principle. Class struggle as engine of historical development. Core principle: primacy of economic factors in international relations. Capitalism as global system. Imperialism as highest stage of capitalism. Exploitation and inequality as systemic features. Class analysis across national boundaries. Classical Marxist approaches. Marx and Engels. Communist Manifesto 1848. Workers of World Unite. Capital 1867. Analysis of capitalist mode of production. World market creation by bourgeoisie. International expansion of capitalist relations. Leninist contributions. Imperialism. Highest stage of capitalism. 1916. Monopoly capital and finance capital dominance. Export of capital supershares. Export of commodities. Division of world among capitalist monopolies. Inevitably of inter-imperialist rivalry and war. Key concepts and framework. Capitalist world system. Global expansion of capitalist mode of production. Creation of world market. Universalization of commodity production. Subordination of all societies to capital logic. Class analysis. Bourgeoisie capital owning class. Proletariat working class. Transnational capitalist class formation. Class solidarity across national boundaries. Surplus value extraction. Exploitation of labor as fundamental process. Accumulation one on world scale. Unequal exchange mechanisms. Super profits from colonial and new colonial relations. Major theoretical variants. Dependency theory, developed in 1950s and 70s, primarily in Latin America. Core concept: development and underdevelopment as relational. Metropolis satellite structure. Surplus transfer from periphery to core. Structural dependency maintenance. Key thinkers: Raoul Prebisch, Aclac structuralism, Andre Gunder Frank, development of underdevelopment, Theotonio dos Santos, dependency definition, Fernando Henrique Cardoso, associated dependent development, world systems analysis, Emmanuel Wallerstein's comprehensive framework, core elements, capitalist world economy since 16th century, core semi-periphery, periphery structure, cyclical rhythms and secular trends, historical systems approach, structural positions, core zones, advanced diversified economies, periphery, raw materials, coerced labor, semi periphery, mixed characteristics, buffer zone. New Gramscian approaches, Antonio Gramsci hegemony concept application, key elements, transnational historical blocks, international civil society, ideological domination and consent, counter hegemonic movement, contemporary applications, transnational capitalist class formation, global governance as hegemonic project, intellectual and moral leadership. Critical concepts in Marxist IR. Imperialism, Lenin's five features: monopoly concentration, finance capital dominance, capital export importance, international monopolist association, territorial division of world completed, contemporary forms, economic, cultural, political domination. Uneven development, combined and uneven development law, geographical inequality as inherent feature, core periphery relations, reproduction, development barriers for peripheral states, global division of labor, international specialization patterns, core high tech capital intensive production, periphery labor intensive source resource extraction, hierarchical integration into world economy, contemporary Marxist analysis, globalization critique, capitalist globalization as old process intensification, transnational capital mobility increase, labor flexibility and precaritization, precaritization, race to the bottom in labor standards, neoliberalism analysis, market fundamentalism ideology, state restructuring for capital interest, privatization and commodification expansion, financialization for economy, ecological Marxism, capital accumulation, ecological contradictions, metabolic rift concept, ecological imperialism, Sustainable development critique, policy implications and applications, development strategies, delinking from world capitalist system, import substitution and industrialization, South-South cooperation promotion, alternative development models, international solidarity, workers' internationalization, anti-imperialist struggle support, global justice movement, alternative globalization building, economic sovereignty, capital controls implementation, debt repudiation, arguments, national resource control, technology transfer demands, criticisms and theoretical debates, theoretical limitations, economic determinism charges, class reductionism criticism, state autonomy underestimation, cultural factors neglect, empirical challenges, successful capitalist development examples, working class conservatism in core countries, nationalism persistence strength, social state failures, political critiques, utopian elements identification, revolutionary change feasibility questions, democratic deficit concerns, human rights record issues, contemporary relevance, global inequality analysis, wealth concentration trends, north-south divide persistence, transnational capitalist class power, financial capital dominance, crisis theories, periodic economic crisis explanation, over-accumulation tendencies, profit rate falling tendency, financial instability inherentness, resistance movement, anti-globalization protest, alter globalization initiatives, World Social Forum activities, transnational labor organizing, evolution and current status, theoretical developments, post-structuralist Marxist synthesis, critical theory influences, feminist Marxist approaches, post-colonial Marxist integrations, new research directions, global value chain analysis, financialization studies, digital capitalism examination, ecological crisis integration, enduring contributions, structural inequality highlighting, historical capitalism analysis, alternative vision providing, power relations critical examination. Marxist theory continues to offer powerful critiques of global capitalism while adapting to new global conditions and theoretical challenges, maintaining its relevance through continuous developments and application to contemporary international issues.